Hello everyone. In this video we'll be seeing about the new features available in the latest version of Dahua's face recognition access control terminal FACT series. It's called as FACT 2.0. So make sure to update to the latest firmware. So the latest firmware is this one, what you see over here as of today. The build date is 25/09/19. This is a build date. So the upgradation process is straightforward. So you can use config tool or you can directly use the web interface to upgrade the firmware. So here I have connected one device. Let me log into the device. So previously we had a black interface. Now in the new firmware we have this blue interface. Okay. So here we have a dashboard, so where we can see live view of the camera over here if you click on play button, and then we have some features such as open, close, always open, always closed. Open means door will be open, closed means the door will be closed, always open means the door will be always open, and always closed means the door will be always closed, right? So as we do transactions on this interface or directly on the device when people are marking their attendance, so we'll get the logs over here on the middle part, and also on the right side we'll get the access records. And below we have a graph which shows the time trend. Green represents number of successful attempts, red means number of failed attempts. So here let's mark some attendance and see what happens. So now we are going to use fingerprint to unlock the door. So you can see the person's name and it says that it has been unlocked by fingerprint. At the same time you can see the logs over here, and when another person marks the attendance, we can see you can see the person name and it says it's unlocked by fingerprint and so on. You can see on the right side the logs also. So we have a third person who's going to use card to unlock the door. So here we can see this person has unlocked by card. So as and when the transaction happens, you would have seen there's a change in graph. So let us focus on the graph now. So we'll mark some attendance and see how it works. So these will be some successful attempts. So you can see the graph gets bigger, right? So this is completely real time. So when there are failed transactions, so the red graph will change. The red graph will change. So let's do some failed attempts. Sorry. Okay. So you can see these are some failed attempts. It says the person has no permission and so on. So you can see the red graph changes, right? Okay. So this is about the dashboard of the ASI device, ASI fact series device. So let's move on to person management. So we can add persons over here. We can see 4 people are currently added. So some people are enrolled by face, all people are enrolled by face, and some people are enrolled with card and finger also. So addition is straightforward. You can just click on add. Now once you add, like we can edit also. So there are a few things to keep in mind. So here by default schedule mode will be in department schedule. Alternatively we can select personal schedule also, so depending on your convenient. In case if you want to generate attendance report, in case if multiple people belong to one department, and if they all come at the same time, so we can group a bulk of people and assign shift for them together. That will be much easy. In case if you want to allocate individual schedule, then you can go for person schedule, right? And by default permission type will be attendance unlock and attendance. So the door will be unlocked and the attendance will be marked. This is default. So we can change to attendance only mode also. So in case if we change to attendance only mode, we'll see what happens. I'll say it's saved now. So okay, here we have one user. who's going to mark attendance and unlock the door. So you can see the person has unlocked by card, so attendance will be marked and the door also will be unlocked. Whereas if the person who has only attendance access mark the attendance, you can see what happens. It says successfully marked attendance, so only attendance is marked. The door doesn't get unlocked, right? Let's unlock one user by face.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
So here we have one user, myself, who has only attendance permission. So I have marked attendance by face, but the door is not unlocked, right? Okay. So we have another feature for generating attendance reports. Let's see how it works. It's a straightforward process. Once you click on attendance config, so we have department settings and we have shift schedule and we have schedule config. These three are the main things. So department settings means you can allocate, you can create a department and then allocate multiple people to the department, and you can allocate shift to that particular department. So alternatively, we can go for individual shift also. So here by default will be there. Once you can click on edit and we can just rename it. So I have renamed to morning department and night department. And next we have shift config. So here we have multiple shifts can be created. So here I have created morning shift and night shift. If I click on operation, you can just type any name. I have named as morning, and then we can set the start time and end time. In case if you have breaks in between, you can create multiple periods. And we have an option for keeping the buffer, limit for arriving late and limit for arriving early. So by default 5 minutes is set. So this is the first step we can tell in case if person schedule is used. And in shift schedule you can just select person schedule, and then you can do batch shift assignment. You can just click on batch and select the days. I'll select the working days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then you can set morning. And on weekends we can just do batch configure, or you can just select on the date and click on rest. So on weekdays it will be 1, and on weekends it will be 0, right? And so on. So you can assign shift for multiple people, and once the shifts are allocated, that's it. You can click on attendance report, and then you can generate unlock records, which are access control logs, and then you can generate attendance reports also directly from the web interface. 1 month attendance means it will be from first of the selected month till the end of that month. So here we have 5th month, so it will generate report from 1st of May till the last date of May, right? So here let's see some sample report how it looks like. So unlock records looks like this. So let me zoom in a bit. Okay, so here we have the employee ID, the name of the person, the recorded time, how it got unlocked either using face or fingerprint and so on, and the status also. This is the first report. And then if you're going to click on 1 month attendance, 3 files will be exported. Let's see all the 3 files. So here we have one report, so which can give some statistics. This is for me. You can see the person name Hamid Kashif. So here I didn't make much transactions, so most of the rows are empty. Let me scroll down and we can see for one particular person, and here we can see the name of the person, and then we can see some statistic like how many days the person has worked, how many times the user has arrived the user has arrived late, and how many minutes the user has arrived late, how many times the user has left early, how much time the user has left early. So all the statistics we can get over here. So we can see the check-in and check-out time. So since one period is allocated, so we see only transactions in the for the first period only. So here we have for second person. So here we have many details such as 7 days this user was late, and then 1392 minutes this person was late, and so on. And we have for the third person, and this is for the fourth person, and so on. Right, this is another one kind of report. And we have this report which will give you a summary. Let me scroll it. So the user details, how many hours that user is supposed to work, and how many hours the user has worked in that given month, and some statistics about arrived late, left early, overtime, and a lot of other statistics. Right, I'll close this. And we have last report, which is a simple report which says the check-in and check-out only, check-in, check-out time, and so on. You can see for some transactions, only check-in is there, check-out is not there, and vice versa. And for some transaction, we'll be able to see for check-out only, but check-in will not be there, and so on. So we can generate reports such as these. I'll be pasting a link in the YouTube description where you can download these sample reports. So these are the latest features available in the latest firmware version of Dahua's face recognition access control terminal FACT 2.0. Hope it was useful. Let me know anything in the comments if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.